What's up, YouTube? I just got top 8 at an OTS qualifier, which was pretty good with Unchained. I didn't quite get my invite, but it was nice to at least make it to the top cut to have that chance. So next time I have a chance to get the invite to Nats, it'd be pretty sweet, but I'm still pretty happy with how the deck performed. It's just a couple of misplays kind of messed me up, but I think my list is it's pretty good. But yeah, I'll get right into it here. So starting off for the Unchained names, we have 5 twins. So 3 Aruha, 1 Rikea, 1 Sarama. 3 Aruha just because it can special itself, and then you only want to play the 5 normals with the 3 tour guide coming up. So yeah, that's why it's just 5. And then it's going to be 5 souls as well. So triple Sharvara, because it gets your plays going, you get a trap out of it, and it's a quick effect to pop and special. 1 Abominable, 1 Shiyama. Didn't want a main deck Disaster because it's not great against everything. Like, it's good against other Fiend decks because you can just make Yama. Like, it's good against Nibiru too, because if they nib you and you have Disaster, you can just link off the nib and just keep going from there. But it's still just, I would much rather have it in the side deck than in the main deck because it sucks drawing. Like, going first, it's really not nice. But yeah, that is for the Unchained monsters. And then for the spells and traps for Unchained, we've got Triple Prison, adds any Unchained card from your deck to your hand, and then all the spells and traps, if you pop them all your set, some from deck. And then the 3 Escape, which is pretty good. I wanted to play 3 Chamber and 2 Escape, but I could not find my 3rd Chamber, so it's just old ratios. And then 2 Chamber, 1 Wailing. I used the effect of Wailing, like the actual effect, a couple of times, but mostly it was just like another name to pop with a Ruha or Sharvar or whatever. And Chamber was pretty good. I got to loop Yama, so like I used Yama's effect on my turn. Didn't have to use his banish effect, so I just revived him, added something for follow-up during my opponent's turn. And then like I had another chamber or something, and then I summoned him again when it came back to my turn, so it's pretty nice. But yeah, that is for the Unchained spells and traps. And then for your other engine pieces, so of course there is Tour Guide. When she resolves, she's a beast. Summon out Rhino. So yeah, you make Yama, chainlink 1 Yama, chainlink 2 Rhino, and you know, that's how it goes. Then the DDD package, we got triple Dark Contract, 1 Requiem, 2 commons because I had to borrow the contracts. So got a mismatched pair, but whatever. It's very good when it resolves because it won me a couple games in time. Because I would be at 9k and they would still be at like 8k, or if they burn themselves for something, they just, it's a nice little hidden Machinex effect there underneath the card. And then for consistency, there's the triple pots of prosperity, so I had to borrow 2, but you can technically get away with playing like less than 3, but it's, you might as well just max out on the 3. And then 2 talents, 1 foolish. 2 talents, they're mostly just to steal a monster or look at the opponent's hand. I did not use the draw 2 effect at all today. Yeah, the draw 2 didn't come up because it was just, I would much rather see what I'm playing against than drawing 2 random cards, because the Unchained deck is usually pretty consistent. And if you draw into like a pot of prosperity, it's pretty ass because then you can't draw. But yeah, those are some consistency cards, basically. And then for defensive cards in the main, just 7. So there's triple Book of Eclipse, and then triple Ash. And the final card, Called By. Very good. Should probably play it if you can squeeze it in. If not, then just, I don't know, play Thrust if you have the money or access to Thrust. I had neither for it. Okay, that's it for the main deck. I feel like it's mostly standard aside from no Thrust. So it's performing pretty well. Then going off to the extra. So in the extra, it's a little bit different just because I don't play certain cards. So I just do 3 Yama. Third one didn't actually come up like at all. It was usually like Prosperity banish the one, then just use the other one. But there have been times where I needed all 3, just not in the OTS qualifier. Then Triple Rage. Again, like the third one didn't come up for yesterday's event, so technically you could drop 2, and you probably wouldn't be hurting too much, but it's just, I like to have 3 just in case. Then Double Anguish. The Double Anguish did come up because I had to make it 2 times in a game. Then Big Boy, Unchained Abomination. So those are all the Unchained links. And then the last 2 links are Unicorn and Goddess. Goddess is good for just clearing out like super annoying monsters that are unaffected by card effects, like the Purelees or Psychic End Punishers, or just anything frustrating. I think it's fairly standard. I don't know how many lists are playing it at this point, but that's it for the links. But yeah, that's a good card. It came up a couple times. Then for Xyz, I play 2 Caesar, 1 Machinex, and 1 Zeus. The second Caesar didn't come up as often as I wanted it to, but made all of these. Like I made Zeus. I wiped out a skill drain that they tried to activate after I summoned him, so I just chained Zeus, and that is it for the extra. I don't play the Muckraker Griffin thing because just about any special summon or normal summon big monster can just clear over the Griffin. So if you're doing like an Unchained Mirror, they literally just have to summon Abominable. And it doesn't even matter if its effect is negated. Special the Abominable poke and you're good. But they could have other like traps or whatever. But I just think Griffin is a fragile card. It's a good card, but when it comes to Unchained, I don't think it's mandatory. Okay, and side deck. So I've got triple Anti-Spell. Definitely won some games with that. Triple Nib. Never saw it whenever I sided it, so that was cool. Double Cosmic, 1 Duster. Again, never saw them, even though I sided them in. Change of Heart, Mind Control, Herald of the Abyss. Saw these 2, never saw that. And final card, so 2 Kaiju. Pretty good, got to use it once. And Disaster. I never actually sided it in because I never needed to, but it was nice to just have it as a just in case, like, because the side deck's pretty flexible. Like, it's got a few spots that could be changed. Like, these nibs could be in the main deck and this could be something else, or like, you don't have to play Herald. You could just play 3 Kaijus or something and just like have that, the mind control, because you're already doing the tactics in the main. So you have a little bit of leeway for the side deck. So Disaster could just be chilling there. You have 14 other cards there. But yeah, that is the side deck. But yeah, hope you enjoyed the profile. Not going to do any test hands because a billion people have already done test hands of Unchained, and I feel like they're probably better at showcasing the test hands, but I just want to show what I took to the OTS qualifier to get to top 8, and see if you can maybe get some ideas about your list or whatever. Yeah, hope you enjoyed the profile. That's all for now. Peace.